morning, everyone. My name's Jody Hoff, and I'm with the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco. And I'm here to talk to you about our project demonstrating the benefits of work for young people aging out of the SSI disability program. Let's make sure I've got the right arrow here. First, I want to give a little shout out to the really distinguished research team that I'm a part of, including Rich Burkhauser from Cornell, my colleague Mary Daly at the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco. These are the PI and co-PIs for the project. We also had a chance to work with Dan Benjamin, also of Cornell, in his experimental research lab. And then a couple of graduate students, Phil Armour and Adrian Zannu. And finally, my colleague in San Francisco, Judy Feria, who was actually the person that coded up the calculator that I'm going to talk to you about this morning. First of all, I just want to give you a little outline of the rushed 11 minutes that I think I've got timed out. So I wanted to give you a little background about this project because year one is actually very different than what happened in year two. So year one, some background. Year two is basically about developing a financial literacy tool for children with disabilities. Then, of course, testing the tool, and the final thing I wanted to mention is what we've envisioned as some potential next steps for the project. So that's the quick outline. In terms of the background for the project, year one really focused on looking at this vulnerable population of young adults who are making a transition into adulthood and where they fit on the Supplemental Security Income Disability Program. Now, this research really looked at work, earnings, and the interaction with benefit programs. This was very empirical research that was done, and it really focused on looking at the value of working for young adults on SSI. This work resulted in a number of important insights, but most importantly for the year two results is it also resulted in a computational algorithm that looked at the complex interactions between the benefits that one can receive as part of a disability program and how that interacts with the decision to work. And so that algorithm is what actually prompted then the year two work, which I want to highlight for the most part this morning. So what we try to do is translate this complicated research into practice, and this is actually where I got involved into the project. And what we've done is we've tried to develop a tool that would aid in this decision-making process for a young person aging out of a disability program into adulthood, should I work or not work? And that's really the basis of the year two work. So why is this important? Well, SSI child population has risen dramatically over the last 20 years. Most of these children just transition from the child program directly into the adult program. And then the last part of this is that many of these young people do not take the opportunity to consider work or to actually move into to employment situations. And so based on these important issues, a lot of work. We're not the first people to sort of look at how can we help improve understanding in this area. The Social Security Administration has done a series of youth demonstration projects where they actually looked at this issue and went out into the field all over the country to find out how these programs work. And one of the things that's been interesting is they developed what they consider to be 6 serious barriers for young people moving into work that are in this disability program. Now, for our work, there are 6 of these barriers. We focused on this one right here, which is the lack of knowledge about how benefits change when a person works. And this is actually it's a really critical point because the SSI program is based on need. So if I'm working, I might not need the program. So there's a lot of fear and uncertainty about what are the implications for me if I'm in the program, but yet I decide to work a few hours. This can, as they found in these projects, are a huge barrier to people getting involved in work. So our big question is, based on what we know about the interactions between work and income and benefits, could we develop a calculator to help shed some light on the benefits of working? We also know that financial literacy is a difficult issue. It's to crack for adults. It's also a challenge to teach young people about financial information. And these benefit rules that are in the disability programs are very complex. So with that in mind, here's our research question. Can we increase knowledge and improve understanding through a financial literacy type application tailored specifically to young adults that are in the SSI program. So that's basically what we've attempted to do. So that brings us to year 2. And so in the beginning in the fall of 2010, we began to develop a prototype. And that was basically translating. Be interesting for you to see the spreadsheet with the algorithms in there and how to translate that complicated spreadsheet into something that would be usable. And again, trying to communicate important information. Our goal was to convey these interactions between work and your benefits. And also, ultimately what we were after is to try to help improve decision making so that these young people could see that they have some choices in this matter and that there is an opportunity to work without completely jeopardizing your benefits. And what was interesting is not only the young people that don't maybe have a clear understanding about that, their parents don't clearly understand. And then the piece of it that was also interesting is that the benefit counselors who work with this population, they often don't understand the interactions because it is so complex. So again, that's a lot to hang on a calculator to try to explicate this information, but that's what we thought we would try to do. We demonstrated, I think I recognize many people in this room, we demonstrated this tool last November at the New Insights and Advances conference. We also went out and worked with some actual benefit counselors in the field to get some ideas from them about how this might be helpful. And we refined our tool. And so, of course, we were very excited at the Federal Reserve that now we've got a tool that we think might do the job. But then we decided we better test the tool. So we designed a random controlled study, and this is where Dan Benjamin and his experimental lab at Cornell came into play. We set up 3 treatments because we want to test this tool. Well, we need something to test it against. So our baseline, the control group, if you will, is the SSA publications about SSI and SSDI. And then we had 2 experimental groups, which were basically the calculator. And we ran kind of 2 versions of this. And again, we learned a lot from participating in the Financial Literacy Center programs and learning from all of you that you can show a graphical sort of approach, or we can show maybe more of a visual sort of approach of these results. Again, trying to tease out what's the most effective way to help not only young people understand, but their counselors and their parents as well. So that's why we had 2 different experimental groups. And again, our hypothesis is that the calculator would outperform the SSA materials. Well, before we moved into the actual full-on experiment, we thought we would do a pilot study, which was interesting. This was last summer. These were Cornell undergraduates that are involved in working with Dan Benjamin. And we ran them through the experiment, which I hate to put this as too strong a point, but it was sort of a disaster. 3 minutes. So that's good. I can talk quickly about the disaster. The SSA materials were too difficult, and our calculator, in the minds of the undergraduates that were using it, was kind of a black box. It spit out an answer, but they couldn't understand where that answer came from. So we went back to work revising things. So we moved away from the Red Book. We then implemented a Working While Disabled, which is another publication by SSA that's a little bit more clear. That wasn't enough either. So we ended up going back in with an augmented fact sheet that had formulas, there were worked examples, and we revised our tool because we certainly didn't want it to look like a black box necessarily. So I wanted to just quickly show you what the revised tool looks like. This has more of a portal feel. We called it an opportunity guide. It's designed to be used by a benefit counselor in the field, coaching and working with one of their clients, who would be a young person in the SSI program. There were things about going in and entering what state you're in, how old you are, how much education do you have, what kind of area would you like to work in, how many hours would you like to work. And then here's where it's not quite so much of a black box. Then we come out with some output here that shows you where you would fit on the scale depending on your education and hours worked. And then the other thing we try to do, because again, is one thing that we're hopeful is that you get a flavor for, well, what's the difference between working 5 hours or 20 hours or 30 hours? How does this impact my benefits? So that's one of, I think, the strengths of the tool, is that you can play around with the inputs so that you can then see what your outputs are. We also then had a piece about the SSI versus SSDI, which is another benefit program. And then one of the things that we learned from the people in the field was it'd be really great to have a printout or some kind of output. So we generated a report. So to the experiments, we did these last fall. We had about just under 250 students that participated. We paid them for participating in the project. Our test materials were a numeracy test, some questions about SSI and SSDI, a post-test, and then of course we gathered some demographic and personal information about, how am I doing here? Okay, awesome. So what did we learn? Well, even among the very math proficient undergraduates at Cornell, they had difficulty applying the complex concepts that have to do with benefits and the interaction with work. I don't think that was a big surprise, but it's very complicated. Our online tool had positive impacts, particularly on the questions that required facility with calculating benefits and looking at the interaction, which you would expect. That's what the tool was designed to do. The visual version of the tool, though, had an interesting sort of mixed effect. It was positive on the calculation side, but when you looked at the comprehension piece, it wasn't as strong, which I think, again, is an interesting outcome. And I think most strongly that we believe, and I think if you take a look at our paper, that there's potential value in a tool to help, that's been customized for young adults on SSI, to help them and their counselors and their parents understand more about the benefit of work. And finally, on our next steps, we'd like to revise the tool based on feedback from, we got a lot of written feedback from the 245 students that went through the experiments. They were very generous with their time there. Maybe take a look at the graphic and interaction designs to see, and there's so many people in this room that understand those ideas. We'd love to get feedback from you. And then the final thing is, it'd be really great to test this with some people that do this kind of work in the field to see if we can have an impact in helping young people with disabilities. And with that, I believe I will conclude.